Thanksgiving Dinner 101 here at Friendly Chevrolet. And I'm joined with Charlene and Chef Kevin from Hy-Vee. It's so nice to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you for having us.
It looks fabulous. This looks just like my table at home on Thanksgiving.
Well, that's a good thing. That's
Well,
what we strive for.
I'm kind of kidding, Kevin. I wish. So how do I get it to look like this? It's beautiful. Where do we start? How do I know how big a bird I should buy in the first place?
Well, you want to think about how many people you're going to have, because it's about a pound to a pound and a half per person. So if you're having 24 guests, I'd have at least a 24-pound turkey. But if you want those wonderful leftovers for the next day, then you might need to up it to a pound and a half per person.
Okay. Now, what do you do when you get the turkey? Do you wash the turkey or
You don't
not?
wash the turkey. Even if it's frozen, even if it's fresh, you don't wash the turkey. And the reason is the turkey has bacteria on it, and the only way that bacteria is killed is through cooking. So if you wash it off, you're never going to get it all washed off, and it will just get in your sink, get on your countertop, and then we've got cross-contamination. Yeah, you really want to just put it in the oven, and cooking to 165 degrees, that's what you want to take your turkey to, is going to kill that salmonella, and you'll have a great Thanksgiving dinner and won't regret it later.
You won't have a tummy ache. Well, maybe from overeating, but definitely, not from the bacteria. How do you get like this to cook evenly? Like sometimes the breasts can get a little dried out, or
It can. So foil is your best friend with that. Just to kind of tent it with a piece of foil, so that, because the breast, you don't want it to get dry, so you're just going to put that foil right over there as it's cooking, maybe the last 15 minutes.
I took it off the last 25 minutes to
Okay.
get to the brown color, to get to the stage of brown that you want to get. A lot of people rub them with herbs and spices and oils and everything else. I just put spices on this. I didn't use any oils or anything like that, and it comes out just great.
what kind of spices? I'm not a cook, so you have to tell me specifically what spices.
Well, I think the biggest one is sage, or they make a poultry spice
Poultry,
that has
which
a lot
has
of sage
different
in it.
ones in it. You can go, it's what your preference, salt and pepper. You could use, any of your Italian seasonings. It's just what your preference is. I prefer one called Herb de Provence. It's got lavender and savory in it, and it's just a different floral note.
He's a chef,
And it's a light
I need a
spice.
pencil and write that down.
And it's very good.
My husband will think, boy, I've gotten really fancy here. That's great. How do you make a good gravy? Is there
One of the hardest recipes in the world to make is a great gravy.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
There's a
gosh.
million different ways, and there's 1,000 ways to screw that.
Yeah.
So,
Is there an easy one, like a quick tip that somebody watching and say, oh my gosh, that was the best thing I've ever learned in my life on this Friendly Auto Show, is how to make gravy?
My tip is one draw flour,
Yeah.
because it never clumps.
Nope.
So it comes in a can. It's just a special kind of
It's
flour.
a super fine flour process to not clump. It's called a chef's flour is what it's called. It's one jar. It's made by Pillsbury.
Yep.
It's a great product, and it does not clump. You can dump handfuls in there, and it
So
will thicken anything up.
And to get that great flavor, you want to use the broth,
The broth.
and then just add Wandra to the point
Sure.
that it starts boiling, bubbling,
Yeah.
and thickening up.
It's got to come to a boil. You don't want to overcook it, but it's got to come up to where you start seeing bubbles. It won't thicken until it gets to that point, because that is the temperature where everything comes together, and all the molecules realign, and it thickens up. Because when it gets colder, it's going to thicken even more. So,
Right.
If this seems overwhelming, Hy-Vee offers a whole kit that is already ready to go, and all you have to do is
So-
heat it up.
So if you can't have Chef Kevin at your house,
Exactly.
which,
You can
darn it,
sort of bring him home with
can
you in a
sort of
box.
bring him Kevin in the box. That's what we're
There
going
you
to call it. Kevin in the box. You get, what do you get? The turkey,
6 sides,
6 sides,
enough to feed 12.
12 people, 6
for-
sides, gravy, and the rolls.
the gravy already, right?
And a
Yes.
pumpkin pie
And-
can be one of
yes.
those sides.
Pumpkin pie or cheesecake or chocolate decadent, or we have several different options. We have several different packages, ranges from 4 to 6 people up to 24, I think. And we have prime rib, we have all the odd stuff, not traditional, lasagnas, chicken Alfredos, we have all that stuff in packages. We we do a lot of these every year. We're one of the top in Hy-Vee, and this year we're looking to break our record from last year.
That sounds fabulous. So if you don't want to go through all this in your kitchen and you don't want to do all the cleanup and you just want to eat, you can get Kevin in a box.
Yep.
So
That's right.
that's perfect. That is great. And plus, I love this holiday book.
Yep.
I'm doing a little commercial for you here,
That's
but
all
I'm
right.
telling
Thank
you,
you,
this
Susan.
is really great. You have so many wonderful recipes. I got these desserts. I mean,
Oh, yes.
you can tell it's almost lunchtime here. But look at these wonderful recipes. It's really handy, and you say these
Everything's
the big
available.
holiday book
Yep.
right in the
Everything's
store.
available.
You can go in. Everything's available there to cook and yourself, or if you don't want to. I love these platters. It's nice when you have guests over. You
It
can
is.
have.
And maybe you do want to do the turkey, but you don't want to, they're going to come in the night before, and so you want to have a platter or two
Yeah.
or some
Right.
sides.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Or maybe you think, okay, I'm going to do the turkey, or I watched the turkey in the fryer earlier on the show. I can do that much, and I can do a few sides, but pies, no way. I'm not going to sit there and bake the pies. Well,
Yeah.
shoot, these are,
Our
absolutely.
Ready to
bakery is
go.
amazing.
The
Some of the stuff
bakery
they
is
do.
It is.
amazing.
From bread to the pies, it's just wonderful every day to see what they make. So it's great.
That's wonderful. So, and one last thing. I
could-
know, how do you, the carving,
Sure.
yeah. Two last things, okay, two last. How do you store, when do you put this in the refrigerator?
You've got a couple of, you've got 2 hours, and you need to get that in the refrigerator. You know, before you watch that big game, just get the leftovers done, then take your walk, then watch the football game or whatever you're going to do in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Because you really need to get it back in something to be chilled 41 degrees or below in your refrigerator.
Absolutely.
Within a certain amount of time. And if you do buy a bigger bird than what you need, some people do, don't carve the whole thing. Carve what you need, because it's gonna get lower in temperature quicker the more you cut it.
Okay.
And then right after you
Yeah.
eat, go ahead and finish
Yeah,
putting
finish
it away.
and then it'll
Yeah.
be good.
Okay. Carving lessons 101.
Carving
Here you
lessons
go.
101.
Here you go, Chef
Okay.
Kevin.
We're gonna show you guys how to carve a turkey.
Oh boy, this is good. Maybe I shouldn't pay too much attention because I might have to do it at home.
You know, one of the very things that people don't do is they don't let the bird rest. Or
Okay.
any meat that you cook before you cut it, because it's all got these juices. And when you cook, you're getting it higher and they all want to come out. Well, we want all those to go back in because those are all the flavor and everything. So you let it rest 20 minutes after you cook it. You can do it in the pan, just no cover.
Okay.
And then, when you put it on the board, then you don't have juice going everywhere.
Yeah.
You ever been out to eat a nice steak, you cut into it, and there's stuff all over your plate?
Yeah,
Well, they
yeah.
just took it right off the grill and set it on and you didn't have time to rest to soak that back up, tighten back up.
Gotcha.
So anyway, normal anatomy of a bird: breast, legs, thighs, wings. So what we want to do is we want to start with the dark meat.
Okay.
So what I do is after I pull the little thing out, I will cut right down next to the leg, and I will expose that thigh.
Okay.
All right? And I'll pull it back.
And that goes on your plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on my plate. And most of the time they just pull right out.
Oh yeah.
So I'll set that to the side. And then next we'll start with the breast. When we cut down, we find that breastbone. You can usually see it sticking up right there.
Oh yes.
So what you want to do is you want to run your knife all the way down that breastbone and all the way back down. Now, if you don't have gloves like I do and you're using a meat fork and stuff, I have a pair of tongs here, and what we can do is we can open that up. And what that does is going to let you see all the way down. Because you want to cut all the way down next to that wishbone, and you get your knife down, and then you can just kind of peel it back. Come underneath of it, next to that wing, you got a whole breast.
Oh boy,
Wow.
doesn't that look
That looks
nice?
great.
And here's your
Yeah.
wing. Here's a little trick on your wing. We have all eaten chicken wings.
Yes.
These are constructed the same way. So what I do is I take this. I don't have to cut this. This is going to fall right apart. I disjoint it.
Wow.
Then you get this, and you got that leg. All the meat came off of it. But that gives you that leg section, so you get all the rest of that dark meat that's underneath of it. So,
That's perfect.
and then you got all the little bones. Be careful of those.
Okay.
With the rib cage, your wishbone's up here in front. There's your wishbone right there.
Yeah.
So once you get that done, it's been resting. You just want to cut. You want to cut your white meat in about 3/4 of an inch pieces.
Boy, that looks lovely.
What that's going to do is that's going to give you the tenderloin. Everybody likes that tenderloin. That's that.
That's
really
beautiful.
expensive cut of meat.
Yes.
There's your breast.
Yeah.
And we can move over here and we'll go to the thigh. Thighs, they come apart just like a wing. You got to cut down the middle. And everybody loves, you love a drumstick or you don't. With the thigh, it's got one major bone, that big old femur bone. And once you pull that out, get all of it away, you get all that dark meat.
Boy, that looks good, doesn't
And
it?
then, see, dark meat? It's good.
Yeah, it
I'm
does
telling
look
you.
good. It
Yeah.
looks really juicy,
So-
yummy.
That's the anatomy of a bird. You do the same thing on the other side. You can sit and pick a bird clean for hours. My
Right.
favorite thing to do is after I get all the big pieces off, big pot of water, drop it back in, make a stock for a soup. I'll freeze it. I'll have it next 6 months down the road. I got fresh turkey stock.
Or you can
so
make it
freeze
into turkey pot pie.
Turkey
You know,
pot
that's a
pies.
great thing. Just add some vegetables to that stock and leftover meat that you have. You can do a turkey noodle soup. You can do turkey, like chicken salad, except turkey salad.
Yeah,
I mean,
turkey
it's
salad's
just
really big.
Yeah. Or you
Love
know
it.
what? I love just a turkey sandwich with some of that leftover cranberries on it and a nice piece of whole wheat bread. Wonderful.
It's a lot of different choices.
A lot of choices. And, a lot of things you can do with the turkey. Turkey is very versatile.
Turkey quesadilla.
Turkey quesadilla.
Go
sure.
Mexican.
That's right.
Turkey pasta. You can do a turkey
Yeah.
tetrazzini.
Yeah.
You know?
There you go.
Gosh, this is fabulous. Well, thank you both so much.
No problem.
Wonderful ideas, great tips, and I wish you both a very happy
Well, we
Thanksgiving.
appreciate
Thank you. You
being
too,
here.
Susan.
Thank you.